I'm happily married.
Happily married? I used to say the same thing. After 30 years, I never say that. You just wait, why don't you? I promise you won't be saying that 5 years from now, happily married. Never brag on a man. Never do it. He'll always embarrass you.
What's going on these days? Nothing much. What's going on, Mel? What's going on these days? Hanging in there. Okay, what's new with you? Nothing new. Just, God's good. God's going to keep being good, right? To God be the glory. Oh, okay. You got anything new cooking up? No. That's all it'll ever be. I practice private happiness. Mel practices private happiness. What does that mean? I'm happy in private. Meaning my wins and breakthroughs and joyful moments are celebrated in private because I understand how much people and humans like to project. And honestly, y'all, I'm not interested in the evil eye either. I'm not interested in that. And the best way to avoid that is to just not share what's making you happy. And you want to know what? I also notice a trend that a lot of people's relationships also start going down when they start posting about it on social media. I don't know. It's weird. It's just, they just start having a whole bunch of problems. And I feel like it's because you have a bunch of people watching your relationship, hoping for the worst, right? There are 3 things that you keep to yourself in this lifetime. 1, if you're in a happy relationship, keep it to yourself. 2, if you're cashing out and your money's looking good, keep it to yourself. 3, if you get a major opportunity or you hit a major goal, keep it to yourself. My grandmother always told me, in life, people always want you to do good, Mel, but they never want you to do better than them. Never forget that. So when it comes to this content creator that is sharing the story of how anytime she tells anybody that she's having a happy marriage, they'll start talking about how, oh, well, it's going to get worse. It's going to get bad. It's not always going to... It's like people have this weird obsession with wanting to see other people fail the way they did. It's almost like it's going to be comforting for them. It'll be comforting for them if you fail in the same areas they failed at. So it'll make them feel, people, misery loves company, right? I remember I had a situation like this when I was leaving a job for a bigger and better opportunity. And a lot of the people at the job, they were angry that I was leaving the job for a bigger and a better opportunity. And I know why. It goes back to the Black women thing. I talk about that in the Bronze Babe Survival Tribe on Patreon. When you're a Black woman and you're very smart and you're very intelligent, people want to keep you in the same spot. Because they know if you get the opportunity to step into another territory that you're going to blow up. They don't want that for you. They want you to stay suppressed and they want to keep you small. It's like the pet to threat situation. So when I left, a lot of people were angry at the opportunity that I got because it was a very big opportunity. And they're like, Mel's smart. If she goes to that place, she's going to milk it. Like she's going to milk it. And I remember a week into my new job, somebody from my old job messaged me and they're like, oh, how's everything? I know it's, I just wanted to check in with you. Again, most people don't care. They're just keeping score, keeping tabs and monitoring you. You guys have to learn how to start ignoring those check-in messages because most people don't care. So she's like checking in with me and I'm like, yeah, everything's going good. And she's like, do you hate your life yet? And I read the message, do you hate your life yet? And I'm like, that's a weird thing to say because yes, my new job opportunity requires more time. Yes, my new job opportunity is more intense, but it's worth it because I'm growing. And in life, yes, the higher you go up the mountain, the steeper it gets. It doesn't get easier. People think, when you become successful, life gets easier. No, it doesn't. You have to keep up with 15 different things at once. Life doesn't get easier. That's why I'll never understand jealousy. You think that someone going up the ladder, you're jealous of them. You couldn't even spend a day with me. You would have to be up at 4 a.m. to spend a day with me. Do you think you're capable? But that's the thing with people. They see what you have and they automatically assume that it's going to be some walk in the park. But people who are truly successful internally, people who will become successful, they know that the challenges are good. If there's a challenge, that's good because you're going to grow. You're going to become stronger. So when she told me, do you hate your life yet? I looked at the message and I'm like, why would I hate my life? And she said, oh, because I know you're like probably doing double the work, double the time. You're probably there for longer hours. I said, yeah, but I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm getting better. I'm around people who require more of me. That's the whole point in life. Life is not supposed to, you're not supposed to stay in the same spot. People who want life to be easy don't really get anywhere because they're not willing to do the work that's required for a better outcome. Yes, for a better life, you will have to work harder than the average person. And I'm like, no, why would I hate my life? I'm happy to be here. Yes. Are the hours longer? Yes. Is the workload heavier? Yes. But guess what? I'm learning and I'm around people who are at the level that I desire to be at. And I look up to them and I know that whoever I rub shoulders with will rub off on me. That's the whole point. These are very successful people. So by working with them, the essence, it's going to fall on me too. That's the whole point. And this person responded and they're like, oh, well, we'll see if you'll be feeling that way 3 months from now because I know you're going to get burnt out. And it's like this person just had an obsession, this weird obsession with seeing me not prosper in this. And it's because they didn't prosper, right? So this is the thing. I always tell people, especially women are in a constant state of comparison. Women are always comparing themselves and competing mentally with other women. A woman will meet you and she'll size you up head to toe. She's already comparing. Okay, does she have a bigger butt than me? Does she have a flatter stomach than me? Does she have bigger lips than me? Women, from the moment they meet you, they're sizing you up and comparing. Non-ascended women. Ascended women, we don't even see you, babe. Sorry. We don't even notice that you're there. You're the last thing on our mind. But women who are non-ascended, they're constantly comparing themselves to you, their life to your life, their men to your men, their body to your body. And what they do is they do these fake check-ins that seem like they're concerned when in reality, they just want to hear, oh, you're doing bad. Good. If you're doing bad, I did bad too when I was in that stage of life. And this makes me feel better knowing you're also having a hard time, right? Clutch your pearls when I tell you this. Men and women, clutch your pearls as I tell you this. You have to gatekeep what makes you happy in this life. Matter of fact, don't even talk about it. Don't even talk about it. Now, I've been observing humans for some time. You guys know I like to observe humans. I like to gather data that I've gathered over time throughout my life. Sometimes I go to the park and I have a picnic and I sit there and I drink my kombucha and I just people watch. I love to gather info on humans, right? And one thing that I've really come to the conclusion, and please, guys, please, listen to this because it could save your life. I've learned that somebody has to be extremely golden-hearted. Someone has to have a heart of gold to be happy for someone while they're going through a storm. It's very rare that humans won't project their shortcomings, fears, and flaws onto another person. That has to be like a golden, ascended, self-mastered, fully autonomous, self-actualized, confident, spiritually aligned person. Most people are not able to see another person have something that they desire or desired and it didn't work, or desire and they don't have, and to not project. That's what life taught me at this age. So because I know this, I don't tell anybody anything. I really don't. Like, if I'm telling y'all, I could literally buy a $10 million house tomorrow or move to Italy or get a business in Dubai and no one would know. It would never hit the internet. And it would never hit the ears of anyone. I would just slowly start packing myself and my family, and we would just get on a plane and move. And I would find another white background to just film my YouTube on, and you're just going to see the white background and think that nothing has changed. Because I've had an understanding in life that a lot of people, they just don't know how to be happy for others. They cannot do it. And, when I was younger and things like what happened in this video to this woman would happen to me, I would get so angry. Like, why can't they just be happy for me? Why can't they just celebrate me? They're so jealous. They're so envious, yada, yada, yada. I would take it so personal. Now that I'm older, I know that majority of humans are not capable of being happy for others in the midst of their storm. They can't do it. So because I'm aware of that, I'm not going to set myself up for failure and heartbreak and sadness and disappointment by constantly sharing my wins just to have that little weird energy. There was a time I had a major, massive win, and somebody very close to me, they took it really personal. They were like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me? I thought we were cool. I thought we were friends. Why didn't you share this with me? And I told them, well, the first things first, I don't want you to take it personal. First things first, I've just gotten to a point in my life where God has done so much for me that any good thing that happens to me, I just drop to my knees and I thank the Lord for it. And it humbles my heart even more to know that I'm blessed in this way, or God blessed me with that opportunity, or I got blessed with that, or that I don't feel the need to share with people because I don't need anyone's praises, validation, acceptance, or reinforcement. I don't need it anymore. I finally gotten to the point where I'm like, in this life, I got one life to live, and if something good happens to me, I'm not going to let anybody take that away from me. I'm not going to let anybody rain on my parade. And I'm not saying that you're the type to do that, but I've just gotten to a point where I don't even want people's essence around whatever good news I have. I don't even want your energy around it, because I just know human nature so much that if that thing that you have, they don't have it, or that thing that you have, they had it and it didn't work out, it's always going to be evil eye. It's always going to turn into an evil eye. Like, even if you can see them forcing that smile, they are literally forcing the smile. It's just eating them inside. And you could have avoided that weird interaction simply by just not telling them. It got to a point where sometimes even my closest family, they would be like, Mel, is everything okay? Because we know you're the type of person that you just don't bring anything up. You just don't. And I'm like, it's not that I don't bring anything up. If it's not going to affect your life in a negative way and your input isn't entirely needed, I don't feel the need to involve you. And that's not a jab. It's just not needed. You know what I mean? And what I want you guys to understand, especially women, there's no solidarity amongst women, right? There's no solidarity amongst women. So because women are male-centered, they tend to take it real personal. If a man is making a woman happy, they take it personal. I remember this lady at my job a couple years ago. The girls teamed up and got her fired because they were jealous that her husband would always get her flowers every Friday. He would get flowers, like I think every other Friday, he would get flowers delivered to the job, telling her how much he loved her, how much she was doing a good job. And she was pregnant at the time. So I think he was doing it throughout her pregnancy. I think her pregnancy was a little hard. Some women get down throughout their pregnancy. He just wanted to remind her that I love you, I'm here for you, and you're doing a good job. And the women at my job at that time, they didn't like that. So they teamed up and got her fired, all because they didn't like the love and romance she was receiving from her husband at the time. And I hate to say it, you guys, but a lot of women are miserable. A lot of them are entirely, extremely miserable. And once you come to that conclusion, you don't tell them anything, especially when it comes to how a man is treating you. A lot of you ladies, your relationship with that guy ended because you told the wrong friend. You told a friend about this wonderful man. And after you told her, it started getting weird. That's really how evil eye works. So I'm always telling women to just accept humans for who they are, right? You have to accept humans for who they are and what they are. Humans are going to do what humans do. So I'm always telling you guys, understand that there's a teeny, tiny percentage of people that will be able to celebrate you in the midst of their storm. It's only a small amount of people that will not let the pain they endured in life, that they're not going to place it on you. Majority of humans will fall under the projecting umbrella. So when you accept this, first of all, you're going to gatekeep your happiness, right? You got to gatekeep your happiness. Whatever makes you happy. You don't need the praises of humans. If something makes you happy, you don't need their praises. You don't need a congratulations from them. You don't need it. Put that in your mind. Just whatever makes you happy, be happy about it. I remember when I was on YouTube and I hit my first 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I went and I bought myself a cake and I got a lighter and I lit the cake. I don't even know if I have that video. I'm going to try and see if I could find it. I don't know if I took it down. I'm going to see if I could find that video. And I'm going to probably use it for a transmutation series. And I literally lit the candle and I sat on my floor in my room and I blew the candle and I said, thank you, God, for 1,000 subscribers. I know this is going to multiply. Thank you, God, for your blessing. And that was not that long ago. Just to show you that I celebrated myself in private. I did not tell anybody connected to me, no friend, no family. Did I post a video? Yes, but it's usually the people the closest to you that envy you the most. Don't think that online people don't get envious. I see you guys as comments. There's a lot of envious people that are online. You don't know me, but you're being envious. You're sending nasty messages. You're trying to put me on your altar. I have the dreams. I see it all. There's a lot of disgusting, envious men and women out there. I can only imagine how nasty you are in person. So because I know how people are, I don't tell them my business. I keep it to myself. Anything good that goes on, I keep it to myself. Why? Because at this age, I have learned to celebrate myself. I do not need the validation of humans. I have learned to celebrate my wins, even the tiny ones. Because I'm not going to allow anybody to rain on my happiness, to rain on my parade. You guys have to learn human nature so you can protect what makes you happy. And don't allow anybody to steal that moment from you. Be quiet about your blessings. I remember there was this preacher that he was preaching. He said, win in private. Win in private. Win in private. Nobody needs to know the status of your progression. It's not their damn business. A lot of them want to know because they want to compare. They slap a congratulations on there, but deep down they're envious and they wish they were in your place, especially women. Women always want what another woman has. Never forget that. When you are in a relationship with a man or a woman and you're a couple and you're happy, please, you don't need to tell people how amazing your relationship is. You don't need to tell people how much you love marriage. There was a woman on TikTok talking about how much she loved marriage. They dragged her to filth. I'm like, ma'am, please don't post your husband before you guys end up getting a divorce in 2 months because of the evil eye. Please. Your pregnancies, hide it. Your marriages, hide it. Your engagements, hide it. Do not expose your happiness. celebrate it in peace. Gatekeep it and celebrate with people the closest to you that can handle it. And if you have somebody close to you and you know they can't handle it, because we know the people around us, some people, for example, if you know that your friend lost a child and you're pregnant, you may have to keep it from her for a little bit until her heart heals from her losing the child. That's like emotional intelligence. We're going to talk about this stuff on September 21st. You're not going to run and tell her when you know she just lost a child. And it's not about you saying, oh, well, you know, if she's my friend, it shouldn't matter. But her heart is still bleeding in that moment. So just wait it out 2 or 3 or 4 months. And then if you want, you can tell her that you're pregnant. But don't tell her right away. Because of what she probably won't even be able to be happy for you. Okay? So you have to learn, you guys, how to put people in these buckets based on what you know about them. There are certain things I'll tell this person that I won't tell that person. Right? And then when I start to see that a particular part of my life is bothering you, every time I bring it up, I can tell that it's piercing you. I'm probably never going to bring it up to you because I can tell that you're fighting to be happy for me. You just don't know how to be because it's hitting you so personally. You don't know how to. So I'm going to just keep it from you. You don't have to share every win. Are you socially awkward? If this is something that you are struggling with, the ability to have superb social skills, etiquette, the ability to understand social cues, the ability to go in a room, read the room, work the room, and put your best foot in. Are your emotions controlling you? Or are you controlling your emotions? Emotional control is a big thing. In this class, we will talk about the skills, a little bit of the skill of thinking as well, and just how you can live your life in a way where your emotions are not your master.